Alright, this is Versatility Vision. I am Utility. I want to switch things up a little bit. I want to speak on something that I would say, in my opinion, a lot of people are very sensitive about this topic. And, that is if Mr. Tupac Shakur, aka Makaveli, is alive or he's dead. So I'm going to give a little introduction. I don't know how many parts I'm going to have to this, but I want to break everything down. So the questions and pretty much I'm going to be asking and answering myself is, for one, was he a gangster or was he a gangster that moved in silence? And I'm gonna go back and forth with it. I'm also going to talk about, the people around him, and also the people who've written about him or tried to do some journalism and figure it out themselves and um, pretty much come to their conclusions, which is Frank, Frank Alexander, Michael Moore, Greg Kading, uh, Russell Poole, uh, what's the other guy name? Reggie White, Reggie Wright. Uh, what's the other guy's name? His other bodyguard. What is his name? What is his name? To do with the mustache, with the thick mustache. I forgot his name, but I'll find it anyway. But I'm talking about him too. The people close to him. His family. Of course, Suge, and talk about Biggie, and um, everything like that. And for one thing, I'm going to be critical about this. So I will be using general knowledge as well as just sources. So I'm going to combine those two together. Um, I'm going to talk about whether this was really a gang killing or an escape from more danger. Or another person I forgot to be was or two people was R.J. Bond and John Potash. I'm gonna talk about that as well. I'm gonna talk about his lyrics and everything, and how he probably left messages in his lyrics, and what type of person he was. When it comes to writing poetry, and how you could just have certain lines, and you can have just encoded messages. So I'm a writer, so I can do it. I'm gonna talk about that as well. I don't want to jump around, so what I want to do is be clear and go in chronological order, starting from probably what led up to the shooting, the first shooting that he had, and then I'll go on from there. I'm not going to get into too much of his history because I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Afeni being and a Panther and everybody else around him and how he grew up, militant and everything like that. I mean, I might touch on it, but I'm not really sure like how in depth I'm gonna go into it. Um, I'm gonna also talk about was he smart or was he really naive to be put in a situation to get him killed? So that's something people really want to pay attention to. Um, why would he want to fake his death? And if he did, was it successful? I'm going to be talking about how trolls get in comment sections and say, "Oh, well, he's dead because he wouldn't have stayed this long, this quiet. He wouldn't have wanted to stay quiet this long. He has a big mouth and blah 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 and everything." Also, the people who says he's alive. I want to stay neutral as far as where the evidence points as well, and then give my opinion about it. I want to talk about the cremation. I want to speak about the autopsy. I want to talk about the no blood being on the ground or in the car. I want to talk about Suge's different stories of the account. I want to speak about the helicopter versus the ambulance. So there's a lot of things that I'm going to cover in this thing or whatever. And I need people to please don't get in your feelings. I mean, if you feel he's dead, he's dead. If you feel he's alive, or whatever. I want to break everything down as far as, everything that I feel. like I said, leading up to the evidence, and come forward with just my opinion and my conclusion. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stay as neutral as possible because this is like kind of like investigative journalism that I'm doing. Because I'm not just some little kid who just coming on in Tupac or whatever. I'm not just some adult who just came out the woodworks and just started, just talking. Like he supposedly allegedly died when I was 10 years old. This is 1996. I was born in 86. So um, just to keep it real, just to keep it frank, I do know what I'm talking about. I do, so I've been following ever since it was announced that he died of his gunshot wounds, so um, y'all can bear with me or whatever. You can comment or whatever. I haven't even started yet. I have to get all my information together, and then I'm gonna make this in different parts or different series, and I'm gonna stick on one specific topic to not jump around and everything. So hopefully, people will come with their opinions about everything else. I'm probably gonna put around, I don't know, maybe two a day. I'm gonna do something tonight. I just have to get everything in order and figure out you know what I'm gonna name this, what I'm gonna name that, and how I'm gonna do it. So y'all stick around, bear with me. Y'all stay fit, keep sharp, make good decisions. I'll be back before you know it. Peace.